All right. Well, it is 7 o'clock now, so it's gonna start cooling off here. So I thought maybe I'd go out to the garden, see how things are looking out in the garden tonight. Probably need to water the garden actually. I still do not have a drip system installed yet. It's actually been raining so much that I haven't needed one, but it's gonna get to that point where I'm just gonna end up having to finally put the drip system in. So let's see if we can find any vegetables in the garden tonight. So we do have some green tomatoes, but we don't have any red ones yet. Nothing changing color. Oh yeah. So look at these jalapenos. Those are looking pretty good. That's a pretty good sized jalapeno. These are supposed to be some type of Goliath, I think, jalapenos. So they're looking pretty good. Probably have some jalapeno poppers this week. But that's a really big jalapeno right there. Yep, looks good. Quite a few of them. So that right there is spaghetti squash, and it is just growing like crazy. In fact, it has some spaghetti squash already on the vine. In here, this is actually a zucchini plant. What do we got? Oh man, look at that. That zucchini. That zucchini there is ready to be picked. Yeah, that's huge. Let that one go just a little bit too long. Big zucchini. See what else we can find. The zucchinis just come on like, seems like by the time you see them, it don't take but a day or so, and they're already big. So that zucchini there is more the size I would prefer to pick it at. That is a better size zucchini right there. Oh man, that's another huge one. Another big old zucchini. I think I'm just letting them go a little too long. The wife, she'll end up taking them to work and giving them away. We won't be able to eat them all. These are more zucchini plants down here. Oh yeah, there's another one. That's a nice zucchini. So this here is a cucumber plant, and I don't see any cucumbers yet, but there is blooms. It's not very big. So the onions are looking pretty good. Some of these are getting some decent sized stalks on them. Got the onions in this bed are planted a little more closer together in this bed. We've got quite a few onions there. Hopefully they turn out pretty good. So this whole row right here is all just colored bell peppers, and there's none ready yet. But I mean, some of the plants are small, but we do have some bell peppers on the plants. Not the biggest plants yet. This is why I need to get a drip system in here so I can get them watered, keep them fertilized. Well, it's all nice and shady out here in the garden right now. I'm gonna go ahead and just water some of these beds, and while it's shaded, see if I can keep these plants from drying out. I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to weed the garden. It's kind of the nice thing about the fabric. I don't really have to do much weeding at all in the middle of the garden, but these raised beds, I still got to keep on weeding those. So one of these nights this week after work, I'll probably end up weeding the garden, try to clean all these beds back out. I try to at least do that at least once a week. It's turning out to be more like once every couple weeks. Well, I ended up watering all the beds on this side of the garden. So I got like kind of like the potatoes and the onions and Our new strawberry patch over here, you know, all this side over here I ended up getting watered. So let's go ahead, we'll go walk out to the hayfield. Let's see if we see any wildlife out there, see how the hayfield's doing. There goes a deer running. I don't know if you could have heard that. Just snorted at me and ran away. He's over there. He was just over here in the trees. So we have a fawn. We have a doe with 2 fawns that's been on the property quite a bit, and we always see those 2 fawns all the time. They hang out actually near the barn, and I don't know if they kind of like the sounds of the goats make or what, but we see a doe and 2 fawns all the time, kind of in the vicinity of behind the barn back there. So the hayfield actually looks pretty good right now. In fact, right now I fertilized it, you know, last time, and I ended up fertilizing mostly just the middle, and I think the middle actually looks better color-wise. It definitely looks taller, looks a little more greener, and over here looks a little more paler on this side. So I probably needed to fertilize the whole thing. I just next year, or I may try to refertilize over here and hit the rest of it after our first cut. So I'm thinking probably the end of August, beginning of September. I'm hoping that this gets tall enough to finally get our first cut of hay. So we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. I just need to figure out how many bales I'm going to get to know if I got enough for the livestock I have, and then how many extra. If I end up with extra bales, then I can maybe reconsider maybe getting some more livestock. But I'm waiting to see the hayfield and how it turns out first before we kind of purchase any more livestock. I think in the grand scheme of things, I need to get my hay production going before I get any more livestock. And but I also need to get my pastures completed too. But I'm just taking it one step at a time. Well, I forgot that Comet is actually still in the basement. So I'm gonna see if I can get him to come out of the basement and go on a walk with us. I don't think there's any reason for him to need to stay in the basement any longer. The hot part of the day is over with, so I think he can come back out. Comet. Comet. He's sleeping. Hey. You want to go outside? I know, I just woke you up. You want to go outside, old dog? We're going to go on a walk. Come with us, we'll go on a walk. Come on. Get them old bones going. Good boy. Come on, Maggie. What did that turtle do today? I think that turtle laid eggs down in there. What do you think? I think maybe he did. I'm not for sure. So we just walked around the property. Didn't really see anything but rabbits. But we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to double check real quick. Make sure no goats are in the chicken coop. See if any more chickens found their way inside. There's sure a lot of animals outside right now. All right. Looks like there's 3 chickens inside the coop. No goats. So we may have a success on a goat-proof door. So it's about time. I've been having to pull their feeders and hang them up during the day for the last, I don't know, a few weeks for sure. It'd be nice not having to be able to let the chickens out and not worry about the goats getting in the coop. Let's go grab them zucchinis and take them in the house. Well, it is 8 o'clock and now it's time to go out and start putting the animals up. Need to collect the eggs, give them some hay, just kind of get everything closed up for the night so I can call it a day. First stop, the barn. See if we can get the goats locked in their pen, and that way we can see if the chickens will go back in. I'll just have to open the big door up, let the chickens in because they're not smart enough to make it through their new chicken door yet. Hopefully tomorrow when I let them out, they'll exit that door so they'll know how to get back in. So since the barn's really dark, I've got these battery powered lights that we kick on. So 1 minute and we will have some light. All right, so now we got a little bit of light in here. So there for a while we stopped feeding the goats feed, but we went back to feeding them feed because it helps lock them up for the night. So they kind of all go back in their pen and I can lock them up if I give them some feed. In fact, they're racing me there. You guys stepped on a chicken, watch out. So, I don't know if you guys, let me see this. So I got 3 feed bowls that I feed them in, and one of them actually is underneath the bench, so Finny can eat down there if she wants without having to fight the other goats for it. But look at all 3 of them trying to get their head in that feeder. That's what they normally do. Now Gracie, she's the mama goat. She what she does is she'll go around and eat out of every bowl. So she'll eat out of this bowl, and she's getting ready to move. She's gonna go over here probably, eat out of that bowl, and then she'll go down underneath there and she will eat out of Finny's bowls too. It's almost like she's claiming her territory. But her and Finny will both eat out of that same bowl fine. But I think Gracie just tries to claim everything as hers. All right. So now the goats are locked up. So I'm gonna see if I can get these chickens to go back in. See, none of these chickens can hardly figure out how to get back inside. That one went in. She's going. See if another one goes in. Another one's going in. Come on, they're figuring it out. Look at them. As long as one sees another one do it, they seem to be figuring it out. Woohoo! We have a goat-proof chicken door that's not chicken-proof. That's good. Well, the chickens seem to be slowly figuring out the new door. See if I can gather up the eggs. So we have an egg eater in this new bunch. Seems to only maybe just be eating its own egg. So every day we find a broken egg that's been ate in one of the nests. Now, I'm not really sure what to do about that. So if you guys have any suggestions on an egg eater, I figured maybe we'll have to just find out which one it is and then that one will just have to go. But any suggestions on how to figure it out or what to do about a chicken that seems to be eating its own eggs? Put those in the comments and the suggestion. Put that in the suggestion in the comments below. You know what I mean. Alright, so that was all the eggs in the nest box. Now there's bound to be probably 2 more eggs laying around here somewhere. Get my flashlight out, this will just be easier. So I have an egg in the goat pen. There's always an egg every night in the goat pen. So right there is our egg in the goat pen. It's pretty consistent. And then I typically have an egg back in that corner. I don't see one. It's a green egg or a blue egg. Yep, there it is. So we have an egg back in the corner too. So we got 2 chickens that refuse to lay in a nest box. Oh, look. And right here's an egg. I'm surprised I didn't step on that sucker. And there's an egg right there in the aisleway. So there's 3 eggs that weren't in the nest box. All right, guys. I'll let you guys in. Okay? Okay, everybody come in. So it looks like I've got probably about 5 chickens that aren't in the chicken coop. So what I'm going to do is, here's our eggs. These are actually yesterday's eggs. I forgot to grab them last night. And where the ones that the straw stuck to, that's the ones that was next to the egg that got ate. So it had a little yolk on it. Might take these up to the pigs, pick out the small ones, and throw those to the pigs and check on them. And then when we come back, hopefully these chickens are all inside the pen where I can lock them up. Comment, you ready to go see the pigs? Let's go see the pigs. You guys know what I got, don't you? These guys love eggs like crazy. And you can see, this is 2 days worth of eggs. There's no way me and my wife are gonna be able to eat that many eggs. Let's see if I can get these dirty eggs out of here. You guys are just fighting over things. That's a small one. Here, this is a small one. You want that one? This one's got some yolk on it. That's a good size egg, but too bad it's all dirty from that chicken eating the egg right next to it. Oh, I broke that one. That's a nice looking egg. There you go. So you can see that there's plenty of eggs there left for me and the wife. Way more than we can eat. So the pigs actually get quite a few eggs, and I think that's good. I mean, that's a good way for one animal to feed another animal, and I think it's kind of a good system we got going. So it's definitely supplementing the pigs with some extra feed with all these extra eggs that we're getting. So you can tell that it's getting late when the dusk till dawn lights are coming on. So typically we don't get inside after putting the animals up until, you know, it's practically dark every evening when we get into the house. Come on, chickens, get in your house. So I'm gonna try to do now is I'm just gonna turn these lights off. What are you guys doing? Look at this crap. Where are you at? Get off there. Get off there. I have a couple chickens that want to like roost up here. Come on, move it. Come on, down, down. They just want to keep on roosting up here instead. I have to knock them down every night. You'd think they'd learn their lesson. All right, so I turn the lights out. Hopefully that will get the chickens to go in their pen or come outside. So these... Yeah. So these little Polish chickens have got to look like the most stupidest chickens there is. I mean, not their looks. I mean, the way they act. They act like they don't have a clue. I'm gonna have to like chase him into the coop. God, this is killing me. That stupid Buff won't go back in there. So the trick is to like get her back into the dark part of the barn with the flashlight, turn the flashlight off, and if it's completely dark back there, she'll just lock up and sit down, and then you can grab a hold of her. So hopefully, see if I can get her back there. All right, she actually just went inside. No, you stay in there. Stay in there. No. Oh, yeah. You are killing me, Buff. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There you go. Well, I've looked around and I think I've got all the animals in the barn now. So it's time to lock it up for the night. And that is my typical day. This is my typical day off on the weekend. It is 8:35 at night, and now I can finally go back to the house and call it a day. And relax a little bit. So anyway, if you're interested in like owning some property and living out in the country, just keep in mind that the more property you own, because we got 41 acres out here, the more property you own, the more stuff you do, is just the more work you have. So there is always work to be done out here. There's always wood that needs split. There is always weeds that need pulled. There is always something to do. So for this kind of lifestyle, I think you got to be kind of self-motivated, and you got to be a kind of person that likes to stay busy, likes to stay doing things. But this is my typical day on the weekend. This is how I spend my days off. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.